25 kilos in the backpack. Friday lunchtime, out for another 1 hour ruck, and didn't really feel like doing it today, but you got to keep doing it even when you don't feel like it, and it's not something that you're not feeling like you want to do it. You've got to have that discipline and drive and determination to just decide that despite it being difficult and not comfortable, not enjoyable, you just need to decide to do something, decide to put the backpack on, carry the weight and get out there and keep walking forward towards your goals and making progress. These days, everyone's looking for the easy option, and humans have gotten so good at making everything in life easy. Calories are easy to get, getting around is easy, transport, desk jobs, you know. If you want, you can have a very sedentary life. Modern living is comfortable, and living in the wild or in nature would have been, I imagine, very uncomfortable. And that's kind of what we're striving for, is to keep increasing our comfort and making life easier. I was talking to someone the other day, a friend, and a little bit older than me, but their goal in life essentially is to just be as comfortable as possible all the time. So just spending their money on going on holidays, comfortable chairs, comfortable bed, and all those things are good, but they also never exert themselves, never do any exercise, never eat anything that, you know, you would do just for the health benefits. Every meal is for pleasure, and their life is kind of centered around just having an easy life and not really pushing very hard for anything. And that's a choice you can make. Some people want to live that way. They're not particularly bothered if they live a short life or die before their time, you know. But I'd rather embrace discomfort and push myself temporarily in life. Like, you only need to have moments of discomfort, moments where you put yourself out of your comfort zone, and actually those moments are what makes the rest of your life even more comfortable and more enjoyable than not doing those things. Like, if you just go for comfort, you might reach a base or a certain level of comfort in your life, and maybe it's stable, but it never quite peaks up as high as it could. You've got to kind of embrace the discomfort to reach higher levels of comfort. Because if you embrace comfort too much and you never challenge yourself, that will catch up on you eventually, and eventually your life will get worse, your health will deteriorate, and your comfort level is going to go down pretty rapidly. And at that point, you're just managing your comfort in a crisis mode. So I'd rather embrace discomfort, do hard things like rucking, and actually challenge myself, push myself, and then grow because of that. And then the comfort levels that I can experience outside of that, psychologically and physically, are much better. Just over a year ago, really, for me, when I started rucking, and that came with a decision that I was going to embrace discomfort and force myself to put the backpack on and get out and do this kind of 1 hour to an hour and a half walking 2 or 3 times a week or longer, or more times on the weekend when I can, but always do it. And some days you really don't feel like doing it. If you're tired, or it's hot, or you're just busy, it's so easy to find the excuse of being busy at work or something happens and you could just skip it today. But it's really important that you don't, that you just put the backpack on and go out, because that's all you need to do. Like, not everything has to be perfect. You just need to put the backpack on and leave the house. And before you know it, you've walked 20 minutes, you've walked 30 minutes away from the house, and the only way back is to turn around and go back. That's my strategy. Kind of get out, get as far away from the house as quick as possible before it starts to get difficult. And then it kind of builds up on you. And then when your shoulders are starting to ache and you're feeling tired and a bit drained, that's when you're 30 minutes, 45 minutes away from the house. And then you can just focus on getting back and then getting the backpack off. And then the rest of the day will feel great once you take it off. You're going to feel lighter, and you're going to feel physically lighter and worn out and know that you did a good thing for yourself. And then also mentally, you're going to know that you did something difficult and you saw it through, and you will have increased your mental resilience from doing something like that for the day. Like, rucking's a great teacher of self-discipline and motivation and resilience. Like, it transfers over into other areas of your life. If you start to change your perception of yourself and see yourself as someone who can build good habits and can do hard things that they don't want to do but does them anyway, yeah, you'll change the way you see yourself, and that will carry over into your performance at work, the way you treat people in your life, just the way you approach life in general, especially when it comes to living a healthy and active life. Certainly for me, I used to struggle with diet, and I focused on rucking instead of diet to begin with. But as the rucking habit kind of clicked into place and I started getting the benefits from it, that's when I really felt the urge to make small incremental steps towards improving what I eat as well. That all started a year ago, really, of just changing one thing at a time and getting a little bit better each day with small little changes, until now I'm quite settled on a good way of eating that supports all of the training that I do and still allows me a little bit of flexibility to not be doing anything extreme. Because really, nothing worth doing in life is actually easy. Like, all of the things that have maybe meant a lot to me in my life, like raising children and getting to a certain level in my career and doing a big renovation on my house, all these kind of big leaps forward in your life, which really are all things that are there to build kind of comfort and enjoyment and happiness in your life. None of them really come that easily. They're all things that you have to work at, and the more work you put into them, the better they become. And fitness is obviously no different. Like, the more you put into it, the more you'll get out of it. Sometimes you just need a good way to start, and I think rucking, it was that for me and can be that for a lot of people, because it is so simple. You just put weight in a backpack and get out for a walk and keep doing it. Anyone can do it. It's super accessible, and it will challenge you. Like, it is difficult, and you can make it as hard as you want, really. You can keep walking for longer and adding weight up to a certain limit, but you just need to keep pushing forward, one step in front of the other with a heavy load, and keep doing it every day, every couple of days of the week, and stick with it for like a year, and you'll get great results from it. But no one is gonna put the backpack on for you and make you do it. There's no shortcuts to rucking. You've got to carry the weight yourself. So you've got to have a mindset going into it of knowing that it's going to be uncomfortable and difficult, and that you volunteer yourself for that discomfort. But you volunteer yourself for that discomfort knowing that it's going to make the rest of your life better and ultimately more comfortable. The more I think about it, I'm not sure that rucking ever gets easier. Every time I go out, despite being a bit stronger and a bit fitter, I find I just end up walking faster or walking for longer. So it's always a challenge. You're kind of always increasing what you're capable of mentally and physically, but it will always be a challenge. And you kind of need that in your life, especially the mental aspect, because as the physical challenges keep going, not only do you get better at handling those specific demands, your ability to keep challenging yourself and volunteering for it will increase. Like, you get better at saying yes to hard things. So the best thing you can do is to insert hardship and challenges into your life voluntarily, because they will better prepare you for when unavoidable challenges and difficult times come up in your life. And they will. Like, bad things happen to everyone, and if you're more used to dealing with hard stuff through something like rucking, it's only going to do you good. It's only going to leave you better prepared. Like, there's no reason that being fitter and healthier and more mentally resilient isn't going to help you. I've made a beginner's guide to rucking. If you go to the link in the description, you can download that for free.